We talk so much about SCHD on this channel. Now, before we start, remember to leave a like and also subscribe. I wanted to hear what you guys think. Remember to leave a comment below. I want to hear what you guys think of SCHD and the content that I present in this video and not the audio quality. Nothing I can do. So, SCHD. When we talk about SCHD, you have to take a look at the dividend, of course, from the 25, what do you call it? The SEC yield of 30-day as of 4/10/2025 is 4.8%. That's crazy. That's exponential. Now, if you take a look at the max, is a 201.77% return as of today, and this is 2011. It was a lot better, of course, back in November 29, 2024, but, what are you going to do? There are dips in the ETF, and we all know about the tariff situation, and that has been going on. It has affected SCHD as well. But that could be great for you as an investor. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor, but we're just taking a look at SCHD, and we're also taking a look at past performance. So if you take a look at past performance, back in 2020 when there was a crazy panic for no reason, then, for at least for the stock market, then in 2020, then, you had that dip. You had that crazy dip, and if you would have held shares, or at least if you would have potentially bought shares around on March 27th, 2020, and you held all the way up until maybe even now, you would have had a ridiculous return of around 54.18%, right around there. That's exponential. And we're even talking about holding all the way through a technical recession back in 2022. And yes, I'll go to my grave saying that 2022 was a technical recession. And even, regardless of what, anybody says. So, when we take a look at SCHD, then you have to take a look at the dividend, like I was saying before. At a 4.08%, according to Schwab Asset Management, then you have that exponential growth, and you can just hold all the way, up until however long your little heart desires, potentially even retirement, potentially. Again, not a financial advisor. But if you continue to hold, obviously based on market conditions, Peter Lynch always says you have to just, reevaluate your investment every year. And then you have that dividend too. You have that 4 times a year dividend payout. So if you invest, let's just say $100,000 in SCHD, or whatever it is, all right? Obviously, got to diversify, right? For the love of God. But SCHD has a nice diversification in and of itself. Diversifying even further, then, depending on what that is, like if it's VOO or VGT, and spreading out your investments there can lead you in a better direction, of course. Dollar cost averaging, we talk about it all the time. But buying the dip, if there is a dip that won't continue to go further down, of course, this is now speculating, but, what are you going to do? Everybody speculates when it comes to the stock market. Then it's, you're obviously going to see returns. It just depends on what that is. It just depends on what that is. If it continues to go down, then, what are you going to do? There's nothing you can do when it comes to that. But diversification obviously is key, and depending on what exactly your investments are, well, then you have to take a look at exactly what that is and, kind of evaluate it for yourself. But if you have those types of returns on your investment, then you're doing very well, at least in that one type of ETF. So if we continue to get like 3,000 views, or if we get like 5,000 views, I'll definitely break all that down a lot more for you. But that's going to do it for this video. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.